Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, happy Tuesday and good morning to you. Coach Kyle Evans coming at you from the Bayou State, the Big Raggedy, as some people call it. I just call it home. Maps Coach, Bold Coach, all the things. And we are diving in today for our daily checkup from the neck up. This is the G.R.O.W Show. If you haven't been here before, this is where ambition meets intention, where tactical meets transformational. We are going back to the rest of our client obsession series. So the things we've been talking about last week, we're continuing on that client obsession saga because we still have some more things to touch on. And I think it's a super easy way, maybe let me change my language here, a super simple way for us to begin to increase our referrals and our reviews to where we can build a business that continues to thrive and pumps up those lucky phone calls, if you will, more often than not. So the past couple times we talked outside of Go Tigers winning the national championship episode yesterday, let me bring you back to the client obsession series. So the first time we talked about service is dead, long live the experience. We drew the line between basic service and an emotional experience, right? We said anyone can close a deal. Few people create a moment that lives in someone's heart. The next time we spoke, we talked about tiny details can equal massive loyalty. We talked about micro moments, how the small, unscripted things that can feel impossible to forget. Next, we talked about building a tribe, right? How do we go from transactional to tribal? We explored how building a sense of belonging to where people feel so strong about you. They don't just remember you, they identify with your brand, they identify with your community. Continuing on now today in this series, we get into one of my favorite things to talk about. I want you to start thinking about how you can be their favorite story to tell. How can you be part of their favorite story to tell? This is the art of unreasonable thoughtfulness and how it can become our secret weapon. None of this stuff is groundbreaking, revolutionary, and yet for some reason, a lot of times in business and a lot of times especially in our business, we jump over some of these things that can make a lasting impact. So here's a hard truth, man. Being talked about matters more sometimes, a lot of times than being good. Let me say that again. Being talked about matters more a lot of times than being good. The hard truth that a lot of business owners, including myself, don't want to admit is you can be the best. You can be the best in your market. You can be the best at what you do. You can be the best coach, the best speaker. You can be the best listing agent, the best buyer's agent, and you can still get forgotten. You can still get forgotten. The best known often beats the best product. Because excellence can get you hired, but emotions get you remembered. How are we going to increase that to become the best known and deliver the best product? How can we be their favorite story to tell? If people can't recall how you made them feel, they won't retell your story. They won't. Sometimes, guys, they recall how you made them feel and it's not good, and they tell that story everywhere. If we can make them feel certain things, if we can give them certain peaks along the process, it means more referrals. It means more organic growth. It means more reputation that precedes you. Unreasonable thoughtfulness is the name of today. It's the thought, it's the vibe. It's when your level of care makes someone say something like this: "You won't believe what Kyle did for us. You won't believe what Constellation Home Sales did for us. You won't believe it." It's not about a script. It's not about automation. It's about paying. Get this, tune in, listen to your ears. I cannot stress this enough. It's about paying close enough attention to someone's life that you act on it in a way that no one else would. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking with you, not at you as usual, because I am still working on this drastically. I miss awesome moments all the time. It's one of the reasons that I'm bringing this up, because when we teach, we master. Are we paying close enough attention? Let me say it like this: professionalism builds trust, but unreasonable thoughtfulness builds legends. Professionalism builds trust, but unreasonable thoughtfulness builds legends. Heroes get remembered, kid, but legends never die. Little Sandlot quote for you today. So, what makes something unreasonably thoughtful, Kyle? This all sounds great. You have me. I'm listening. I'm tuned in. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm eating my frosted flakes, whatever you're into. What makes something unreasonably thoughtful? Let's define it. Reasonable thoughtfulness, normal thoughtfulness, if you will, it's polite, it's expected. It's a simple thank you card. It's remembering their name. That is reasonable thoughtfulness. It's being on time, right? But unreasonable thoughtfulness, that good to great, it's personal, it's specific, it's unpredicted, it can be emotional. It's the kind of thing that makes people pause. It's the kind of thing that makes people pause. It's the kind of thing, write this down, understand it. It's the kind of thing that makes them feel seen. My guys, my gals, if you can make them feel seen, or said another way, feel understood, you're going to win. Unreasonable thoughtfulness makes them want to tell someone else. It's not about spending more money. I'm going to be very clear with you. As a coach, we're always looking at how much money we're bringing in. What are we expending, right? Is our P&L tight? This is not a story about spending more money. It's about spending more presence. It's about being where your feet are. It's about listening and paying attention. Here's a filter I use. Would 99% of my competitors do this? No? Then that's the move. Would 99% of my competitors do this? The answer is no. That's probably your move, ladies and gentlemen. Are we thinking that way? The bar has never been lower. Let me be clear on that. The bar in this industry has never been lower than it is today. Love you, mean it. Love all the agents out there fighting the good fight. And the truth of the matter is, it's a very low bar. It is. Good, bad, whatever you want to call it, it just is what it is. The bar is low. So when you give people a moment that they didn't expect, but they desperately needed, you write your name to their narrative. You write your name to their narrative. So how can we apply this, Kyle? Let's talk about it. Here's some tactical things, some ideas. Now, these are just ideas. I want you to think about how you can throw your own cayenne pepper, your own seasoning, your own flavor on this. You might say, hey, Kyle, those suck. Well, go get your own. Okay. Okay. These are the ones that I came up with you on a Tuesday morning. Number one, the hobby hook. Find out, let's say your client's into gardening. Let's say your client's into pottery. Your client's into baseball. Your client's a woodworker. At the closing table, give them like a vintage hand tool from a local antique store. Are they ever going to use it? Maybe, maybe not. Is it cool? Yeah. What is something cool, something niche, something interesting that you can give them that goes along with their hobby? Well, Kyle, how do I know their hobby? You ask questions about them as a person. You listen. And then get creative. Go to your best friend chat. Go to Google and then type in their hobby and type in cool, unique gifts. If you meet them where they're at, something that's important to them, I promise you it's going to be better than a bottle of champagne. Just saying. The next one that I obviously love and bring up often is pet-centric closings. Pet-centric closings. Forget the bottle of wine, forget the cheese tray, forget the cutting board. Let's say they got 2 golden retrievers, right? Put together a welcome home kit for the dogs with their names on it. Good, organic, nice, fancy treats, right? Some name tags with the new address. Hello. Tennis balls with their new address, whatever, right? Like go crazy. People love their pets. They do. We got pets. I got a granny English bulldog that snores and slobbers. And you best believe if someone gives me a pet centric gift, I remember them. My son has a bearded dragon. I used to not even know what that is, but if they gave him a gift about it, I don't even know what you give a bearded dragon, but if they did, we would remember it. These aren't huge things, but they're thoughtful things. They're unreasonable. Thoughtfulness. The next one is your neighborhood insider card. Neighborhood insider card. You leave behind a handmade list of hidden gems around their home. Where's the best breakfast Sammy, right? So that's a sandwich, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. What's the best breakfast sandwich in their area? Where's the quietest park bench? Where's the best place to grab a coffee, local, not Starbucks, before 8 a.m.? Maybe you attach some gift cards with it. Maybe you draw a little map. This is the best way to spend a slow Saturday in your new home. It's thoughtful. It's different. It stands out. What about nostalgia? Client offhandedly admits that they love Bluebell ice cream. By the way, if you don't know what that is, amazing. But they haven't had it in years. Can you deliver a cooler of it when they move in? I saw this happen at my wedding. My wife is from Cincinnati, Ohio, and they have this thing called Grader's ice cream. Shout out Grader's. You're fantastic. And to surprise her, they brought in the ice cream for our wedding. She loved it. She still hasn't forgotten it. It's been almost 8 years. By the way, 8 years, married to a woman out of my league. What's up, guys? No big deal. But what's something nostalgic that you could give them? You will miss this stuff if you're not paying attention, if you're not listening. Another idea. What about a custom book? Let's say they're first-time homebuyers, both teachers, or one of them's a teacher. What if you find a book called A Home of Our Own and write a note on the inside of it? Bring on the cheese, ladies and gentlemen. I love the cheese. If you can't tell, everybody loves queso. Maybe that note is super cheesy and it says something like, every student needs a stable place to come home to. Grateful to help you build yours. What if you could be the hallmark of your business? The last one, emotional intelligence over problem solving. Let's say your client's move in is delayed because of U-Haul. Ever seen that before? I sure have. Don't just send an apology. Pizza for the family, bring coloring books for the kids, bring bottled water and a hang in there card. That's being proactive for problems. It's not about solving the problem faster. It's about making the delay feel like they're still being cared for. It's about making the post close feel like they're still cared for. Thoughtfulness isn't just in the gift, it's in the timing, it's in the relevance, it's in the story behind it. What are we doing? How are we showing up? Are we slowing down? I had a guy one time who's in his 50s and he was going through a really bad divorce, right? He's restarting, still hurting, obviously. First time home buying on his own in decades. We closed. Everything was smooth enough, right? But it's still kind of sad. It's kind of wonky. You guys know what I mean, right? It's like heavy. A week later, sent him a small box. And inside, because I love cheese, right? I love cheese. Inside was a compass. And it said the hardest thing is starting over. But I know that you'll find the right direction again. If you've ever seen a grown man tear up, dropping a gift off, you know the feeling. You know what I'm talking about. Powerful moments crafted. You know what that cost? Like $10. 10. That person has never forgotten that. Acknowledging people for where they are and what they're going through. And for just a second, holding space for them, understanding them, being empathetic for them, and doing something that is unreasonably thoughtful. That's what this is, guys. It's not about real estate. It's about restoring something human inside of us, inside of sales. That's the story they're going to tell, not the square footage, not the comps, not how much money you saved. That guy's going to retell the story of the compass. And I know he has because I've heard it from other people. What story are you getting them to tell about you? How do we build this? Because here's the thing, guys, I want you to understand it's a muscle. It is. The way you listen, the way you show up, the way you pay attention, it's a muscle. If you want to make this your brand, you're going to need to train for it. You're going to need to exercise it. Here are 4 ideas that can sharpen your thoughtfulness reflex. Run weekly client story huddles. Gather your team. If it's not a team, if it's just you, gather yourself. Hey, what did we learn about our clients this week that we could act on? Gary V, big time guy now. Love his thought process on this. This is something I'm stealing from him. Building that culture of what could we show up as? How can we help our people? What did we learn? But we have to learn things, which causes us to slow down, ask questions, be like Sherlock Holmes, right? So run a weekly huddle where you're slowing down and saying, what did we learn this week that we could implement, that we could use? The next one is create a living client journal. Instead of just tracking pipeline statuses, A buyer, B buyer, C buyer, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, what about personal wins? What about setbacks they may be going through or losses in their family? What about unique, this is a big one, unique phrases that they use? Not only does this help with your communication, mirror and matching, it helps you being able to show up in a certain way. If they say dude a lot, can you get them a t-shirt that says dude? Like, think like that's $7, man. Like, this doesn't have to be hard or expensive, but you have to pay attention. What about dreams they mentioned once and forget? Start paying attention and writing these notes down, because guess what? A year later, 2 years later, if you send something, hey, I was just thinking about you, and you pop something from the client journal that's under $10, it's the best money you've ever spent. The third one, and I truly believe this, can you add moments of wow? Can you add moments of wow? Build it into the experience, not at the closing table, before there. Build it into the experience. I've told you this before. Custom Spotify playlist, right? Named after their new address. Party at 123 Pope Street, whatever it is. Move-in day special. Like, it's so small, but so relevant. Number 4, the last one. Use the would I tell someone about this filter. If you're asking yourself, man, is that a good idea? Say, would I tell someone about this? Before you deliver the gift or do something thoughtful, slow down, ask yourself, if someone did this for me, would I tell a friend about it? Or if you're a particularly prickly person, say, if someone did this for one of my friends, would they tell someone about it? If the answer is yes, do it. Do it. Also, the second filter I want you to apply to this, the bonus filter. Would Kyle say that this is an okay purchase for my P&L? Would I tell someone about this? And does this fall in my P&L? P.S. If it's under $20, it falls in your P&L. None of these are outlandish or wild thoughts. And yet they're huge emotional, relational levers that we can pull that people will remember us for. So let's wrap this up, guys. You don't get remembered for being professional. You get remembered for being personal. For the millionth time I've quoted this, Kendra Scott, make the connection before you make the sale. Here's your challenge. should you accept it? Pick one client, one this week, one, past or current. I want you to pause. I want you to reflect. I want you to find the thread that we're going to pull. And then I want you to act on it in a way that feels unreasonable. Because that's where the magic is, Jack. That's where it lives. Tomorrow, we're going to continue with the last segment of our client obsession series. But until then, I want you to be curious. I want you to be creative. I want you to be someone's favorite story to tell. This is the Grow Show. This is what we're about. Getting better every day. Tickling our brain threads before we start the day so we can show up as our best selves, not just for our families, not just for our teams, but for our clients. Be someone's favorite story to tell this week. Let's go build something legendary. Remember, heroes get remembered, kid, but legends never die. I will see you guys tomorrow morning.